Welcome back, everybody, to Across the Terraces with Brad and Charlie. Today's episode, we'll be going over the notable results from the weekend. Obviously, some interesting ones coming out of here. Sheffield United carry on their bad form. Spurs get a good win. Forest, how did Ange get on in his first game? We'll be discussing that one. And also, we'll be discussing what happens when you bet against a certain team and it doesn't go well for you. So, we'll be covering all that today. But just a quick little plug for the next episode coming up after this one. We will be discussing our all-time Championship 11. Now, we're not basing it on stats or anything like that. It's purely raw opinion on players that we'd love to see in our all-time 11, both new and old. And we've had a little chat about it. I don't know about you, mate, but I'm actually quite looking forward to that one when we do that one.
Yeah, I am, mate. There's so many players we can pick here, so I'm looking forward into having the discussion about it.
Some good throwbacks. So if there's any players that you guys think are good throwbacks, chuck them in the comments, and you may rejig our memory. But we'll get on to the results. So it's only right we start with the Friday night result. Sheffield United. Again. I wondered with this one. I did wonder. Obviously, I thought international break might do Ipswich some good to regather, get ready to go. I also thought maybe Sheffield United might, with the few new signings, it might help them. But 5-0 thumping. I mean, give us your thoughts on that, mate.
I think I might have caught the second half of this. From what I saw of it, Sheffield United were so poor. I can't remember. It might have been for the third goal. I can't remember 100%. Ben Godfrey was tracking back and he just stopped. He literally just stopped going, and Tanganga was going mad at him. And that just sums up, for me at the minute, what Sheffield United are like.
I don't rate Ben Godfrey at all. I think he's awful. When they made the signing, I thought, I've never watched him and thought he's a good player. So I'm not surprised that he's coming in. I don't rate him at all. So bad signing, but it just, I'd be honest. I mean, I'm in two minds of it because I thought if they were going to get rid of Ruben Sayers, I thought they'd have done it before the international break.
Yeah.
Does it make sense to sack a manager one game after the international break? You would have done it before, surely. So yeah. I don't know whether they're going to plan on it. You're getting panned 5-0, but by arguably the best team on paper in the division. I don't know. It's a tough one. Again, I look at the lineup, and it's not a bad lineup on paper. It's genuinely not.
No, it's really good, and you might have seen it yourself. Did you see there may be a link again with Chris Wilder? Now, I'm not 100% sure on this. I seen something earlier. Sheffield United fans, you may know better. Let us know. But as you were saying, mate, they've still got a good team, and the bench was decent.
That's what I mean. You can't complain at the players that they're bringing on, even as subs. Looking down at it, it's very strange. I rate Ruben Sayers as a manager, but for whatever reason, it's not working at the minute.
Yeah, something's not clicking there. I don't know what it is, but look, Ipswich were fantastic last night.
Jacob Philogene.
Oh man, he's incredible. They just took all the opportunities they were given, finished them. I can't really remember a Sheffield United opportunity from what I watched.
Well, how many times have we said it? From what we've seen and what we kept saying that Ipswich are going to click and then it's just going to come. That's literally what we've been saying in our episodes building up to this. They've now gone and won 5-0. Philogene obviously was fantastic in that game. Taking players on was bright. I mean, we all know how good he is at this level anyway. He's then come out and done that, but from start to finish, all over the pitch, they were just fantastic. They were the Ipswich that we were expecting to see. I always say you can't take too much from the first few games, but they've obviously rejigged it a little bit, got in there, worked hard through the international break, and come out. And honestly, fair play, because yeah, they had 21 shots, 11 shots on target, scoring 5 goals. That's not a bad return. Not a bad return at all, considering that 10 shots for Sheffield United, only 2 on target.
It's poor.
Says a lot.
I think we've probably said this numerous times. It comes down to taking them opportunities.
It really does.
And when you're presented with them in the Championship, if you're not taking them, you're punished. And that's it. Again, that is what's happened. Look, I know it says that Sheffield United had more possession, but I'm not so sure.
Possession
I'm
for
really
possession's
not
sake.
sure. Yeah, and they've clearly not done anything with it. So it's a shame. I don't want to see them do badly, but I don't know what's going on there.
The team's more than capable of turning it around and being better. They should be doing far better than what they are. The players that they've still got, I know they've lost some players and they've not obviously replaced certain players, like Souza, it was playing in the middle. They've not fully replaced players like him, but they've still got a more than capable squad.
Yeah, definitely.
Whether or not they're going to stick with Ruben Sayas, I don't know. But they definitely should be doing better than that.
To see something come out today, to be honest with you.
But I'm keeping an eye on it, after that, because the fans are obviously end of the tether, aren't they? I mean, we're not that much into the league, but
no, it's a struggle.
Fans are obviously 5 games in, don't want to be bottom of the league, but
no,
I don't know. It's a tough one, but
strange,
I mean, fair play to Ipswich, because that's what we expect. I think this is going to carry on now. I think you're going to see Ipswich absolutely steamrolling teams now.
I think so. Yeah, that's probably the game where they've all clicked.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So starting that off, Ipswich 5-0, good win, and I think we're going to see the real Ipswich now going forward. So, moving on now for the Saturday ones. Again, we're going to pick out some notable ones. Now, onto your team.
Yep.
Obviously, some changes going on at the club.
Mm-hmm.
Nuno obviously going, Big Ange coming in. I mean, before we start on the result, what's your opinion on Big Ange coming in?
I was shocked, completely shocked that they did sack Nuno. Look, I know there was speculation there, but I didn't think it was going to happen, being so late into the international break. So it was a shock. And then when I found out it was Ange, I was in disbelief. I was thinking, surely not.
Yeah.
When there was the links with Marco Silva and Mourinho, look, I probably wouldn't have wanted Mourinho. Silva would have been the one that I would have picked personally. I think we even messaged each other, didn't we? And
we did.
We were in a bit of disbelief and not particularly sold on Ange. First season at Spurs, brilliant.
Yeah,
it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Second season at Spurs, catastrophe. Bar winning the Europa League.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Like you say, because he admitted himself he gave up the league form to concentrate on the Europa League, and Forest are in that position where you've got Europa League football, but you also want to be competing up in the league. What's going to be his stance on being able to compete on both fronts? Because he comes out and says he wants to just keep going for it in every game, but when you're admitting that you gave up on your league form, I don't think Forest or even Marinakis are going to accept the league form being awful.
No way. No.
So,
he obviously likes to play with that high line, and I'm not sure that can be maintained through both competitions. The players will be absolutely exhausted. That's kind of like what happened for Spurs, I think, with all the injuries that we're getting.
Yeah.
Is he worked them too hard? We don't want that. The squad's not really big enough.
And
warrant that.
People talk about, do they think Forest squad can adapt to that? Now, I do think they can, because they have got a lot of attacking talent with the especially with all the summer signings. A lot of them are attacking players, and so I do think they can adapt to it. But for me, it's tactically, can Ange adapt throughout the season for you?
Yeah.
We didn't see that at Spurs, really. I mean, we did a little bit in the Europa League, but not on a consistent basis for the league. And I think Mourinho would have been a good fit in regards to similar football to Nuno, defensive solidarity, counter-attacking, and obviously Mourinho being an absolute genius, but you would have carried on with the more defensive sort of style of play. I know that Forest are wanting to have a better attractive style, and as we spoke about, to get the best of both worlds, I think Marco Silva would have been the better choice.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm reserved on the Big Ange appointment, but obviously coming in first, he's only been in a couple of days. I can't really blame him for the result against
difficult.
Arsenal, but obviously you watched the game. I mean, what's your thoughts on that against Arsenal?
Forest were poor. Morato started at left back. He was up against Madueke. He was turned inside out.
Yeah.
Why on earth you'd start him at left back, I'll never know. Look, I'm not going to take anything away from Arsenal. They were good. They're good on the ball. They are very boring, though. They just try and pass the ball. That's the problem with Arsenal.
Yeah, 100%.
They try and walk the ball into the net. Now, the intricate passing is brilliant. I do not take that away from them. But boring team. But anyway, Forest were rubbish. Morato, dreadful. Murillo, unfortunately, injured. Not sure
I saw he went off.
What that was. I thought it looked like a bit of a dead leg. But
right.
You know what they're like. They hobble off. You don't know, do you? You might have just got a bit of a bang.
I saw that he'd gone off, and I was a bit like, oh, that's because he bought on Savona.
Yeah, now he was at fault somewhat for the second goal. So a long ball's gone over the top. He's essentially let it bounce as he's picked it up, crossed it in, and Gyökeres slots it home. Simple.
Is he a young lad then?
I think he is. Yeah.
Don't let the ball bounce.
No, and to be fair, Morato did it in the first half as well. It's little things like this as a fan that annoy you.
Yeah,
it's like something you learn as a child.
Should know better than that. Yeah, don't let the ball bounce, and we all know what's going to happen when it bounces. That risk.
And mate, I will credit Arsenal here. The corners they were brilliant. They were causing Forest numerous problems, and then obviously Zubimendi with a great strike. And look, you cannot take that away from it. What a finish that was. Yeah, I was sat watching. I was thinking, what can I say? I can't even complain about it.
Speciality for them, isn't it? Set pieces.
That's it. And then look, when Bakwa came on, he looked really good. And I think he may be starting potentially next weekend, or he might even start in the cup in the week. But he looked lively. He was quick. A couple of good things. I don't know at the minute. I don't think Ange knows what his best team is right now. But obviously, it's difficult. He's probably had a couple of days with the lads.
Well, that's it. He's had a couple of days with a few of them, and then even less with others who were coming back off the international duty. So
that's it.
You can't really judge him for this first game. There's not too much difference. I think going forward we'll see it, but like you say, there's that many new signings at Forest. It's going to take time to know who's best to start in what position, and
exactly.
It's good to have the options, but also it's a tough one, like you say, because nobody really knows who's best to play where at the minute.
It's hard to be figuring it out now at this stage.
Yeah,
you kind of want few matches previous to be finding out. You don't want to be a few games into your season thinking, oh, who's the best player in this position? It's tough. And then I don't know what Douglas Luiz has to do to get a couple of minutes on the pitch. What's he got to do?
For me, I mean, again, I don't watch a lot of Forest. Now, obviously, we all know about Elliot Anderson. He's obviously the talk of the country at the minute. Obviously, a couple of good performances for England. I don't rate Sangare.
No, he was at his usual today, loose passes. He just looks like he's running in mud. He's got like no flow to him. He frustrates me.
Never thought it. Every time I've watched Forest, or if I watch highlights, when he's on the ball or even trying to get close to a player, I just never look at him and think he's good. I always think he's the weak link in that team. So when you obviously got Douglas Luiz, and I thought, perfect. Douglas Luiz, intricate on the ball, proven Premier League player, will suit dictating play alongside Elliot Anderson, who can obviously run all day, great in that position. Like you say, he's not getting a sniff. And then he brings Ryan Yates on, who, okay, workhorse, tackler, but lacks that better quality in his game. So
if you're looking to go and score a goal to come back into the game, you're not going to bring Ryan Yates on. You're going to bring him on to see out a game, rough a few people up. I was surprised not to see Douglas Luiz today. I'm hoping he starts in the week against Swansea, and I hope he plays well. And I want him to start next weekend as well against Burnley.
Yeah, because like as well with like Amari Hutchinson, again, nothing.
Didn't even get minutes on the pitch.
Very strange.
Yeah,
very
McAtee
strange.
Got short time on the pitch, but when he's got when these players come on and they're carrying the ball, they're creating things. Which the starting lineup. Look, I know that's the point of substitutes, but if they're making that much of an impact from the bench, let's get them into the starting 11. See what they can do.
McAtee, I think, will be in that first team soon.
He's got to be.
I mean, if Bakwa's coming on and making it, I mean, we obviously know Bakwa from our co-op seasons when we play with Strasbourg. So don't claim to be an expert, but we are experts with him on FIFA.
He's very good. He was good. He was good today, and he's tall. He's sort of a bit like a Langer, but I think he's got a bit more of the finishing touch, whereas Alanga's quite rash at times.
And Igor Jesus, is he just out of the squad, do you know, or is he injured?
I have no idea. I was shocked not to see him on the bench today, but...
I know obviously he brought Callum Mwendo on, who I think will get more and more game time throughout.
He again looked quite good towards the end, but I think we may have said, when you're losing 3-0 and you're bringing these players on, it's so hard to have an impact on the game.
Massive, especially against a team like Arsenal that, like you say, they keep the ball. They've got good players. I mean, apart from obviously that they want to pass the ball in the net, which I think is the difference between them winning the league and not winning the league.
Yep.
I don't think they're ruthless enough, but obviously it doesn't help Forest being unsettled with knowing who the best lineup is.
Exactly.
New manager, then injuries to, the likes of Aina and stuff, who is vital to the way that you play. Like you say, play Morato in that position.
That's a silly decision, yeah. I think he's done it because he's played in that team and because he's not had much time to assess the other players. He's thought, I'll stick him in, see how he does.
See how he gets on.
Not against Madueke. It's just a mismatch.
No, that's it. And you look at look at that Arsenal team, that front three, Madueke, Gyökeres, Eze. I mean, it's a hell of a front three because, I liked Madueke at Chelsea, and I know a lot of people were saying they're not that fond of him, but then he's gone to Arsenal, done well. He's done well for England, and now people are starting to see a bit more of him. They actually quite like him, and I've always liked that he's a very direct winger.
Yeah.
So when I saw Morato starting, I thought, that's not the player that I thought they would stick against a Madueke, who's fast, skillful, direct, because he'll just cause havoc, and obviously he did in this game. So
he did, but
you're going up against Arsenal, they're a solid team. That's it. You take it on, and look, you lost 3-0, but it's to Arsenal, who have got a very, very good team. So it's not the most embarrassing of results when you're playing against them and lose, but recovery now. See what Forest do on the next one.
Yeah.
Next one, I want to talk about record signing, scoring a header, Newcastle, 1-0 over Wolves. Now, I just want to have a little say here. Wolves fans.
I think I know what's coming.
You're on 0 points. But I thought you were better off without Cunha and, Ait-Nouri and that. That's what some of you were getting at when we put you to go down. You were saying that you're better off without these players.
Yeah, I wonder where your goals are going to come from. Because that was the big thing, wasn't it? Oh, we scored more without them in the team. Did you?
And even though some of you might come and say, but we've played quite well and blah, 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 as we keep saying, I'm not saying that you're going to play poorly all season, but when you haven't got these sorts of players in the team to take chances, you're going to lose games. We're now 4 games in. You've lost all 4 games. Even if you've played slightly well, you clearly do not have the players to go and get a result in a game because you've just lost again.
Exactly. Again, mate, I'm looking at the team and I've got no words. It's so poor for a Premier League team. Where's the goals coming from?
That's what I mean. I just look at that team and I just think, for me, it's just not enough there.
No,
not enough there.
And then if you do get your plays in January, which a few of you have said, you may be too far gone, lads.
Because obviously that striker started. I don't want to try and mispronounce his name, but the lad that they brought from Belgium, the big lad up top, who's obviously a big target man. But again, he's come from Belgium, unproven, coming into a struggling Wolves team. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of games left. He might come good, I don't know. But
yeah,
it's just not the sort of signing that I look at and think that's a good signing to go and score your goals and take your team forward. I don't see it. I've said this for a lot of the signings that they've made. You know, you're losing the sort of players you had with Cunha, Aït-Nouri, etc. You know, Semedo and the rest of them that have gone, and you've not replaced them with players that are. I know, again, you know, Cunha, for example, hard to get a player of his quality in. I get that, but I've not seen anything from them that said good team at all. So I'm not surprised that you've lost, but fair play to Newcastle. Obviously, I think big pressure on Walt Madder.
Yeah,
coming in, record signing, replacing Isak, and he scores a goal, wins the game. A fair play to him. I think, like I say, big pressure for the young lad to make an impact when you're replacing one of the best strikers on the planet. And yeah, well, it's another win for Newcastle.
Yep, fair play.
Pretty solid lineup. 1-0 win. It's a graft, but they've got it.
Yep.
I like it.
One thing I will say, Wolves are obviously going to make it hard because they probably know they haven't got that threat.
Yeah.
They're playing 3-5-2. They're all obviously going to sit back when Newcastle are attacking.
I was going to say,
so they're going to make it hard, aren't they?
It's down as like a 3-5-2, but you know that's getting every man behind the ball.
They're gonna if they left one man up top, which they probably have, they're gonna have everyone behind. They want a point, so that's probably what they've gone there for. Hence the reason.
Yeah,
1-0.
I saw them at the beginning. They tried to have a fast start. You know, like Hwang had a few chances at the beginning, and so I know they tried to hit it quick, but that's their tactic: is try and start fast, try and nick an early goal, and then hang on to it. Obviously, in this game, it didn't work. You know what I mean? They had the chances, didn't take them, which is, again, what we keep saying. Your players are not good enough to take them chances. We've had a few games in now where you should be taking chances, and you're not. That's how it's going to be throughout the season. I can already see it. And you've gone out and lost the game. Against probably Newcastle, who probably weren't up to scratch, but you've still gone and lost the game. So, yeah. I'm not surprised, Wolves fans. Come at us if you want, but so far everything that we've said is coming true at the minute.
Their best hope, mate, next weekend at home to Leeds. But that's not going to be an easy game, let's be honest. It's not going to be. But that's the best opportunity for points. But Leeds are going to turn up there knowing they've done nothing. I think Leeds will win that.
I do as well, 3-0.
Yeah. They probably will. There's nothing against Wolves, but they probably will. See it.
Leeds like to smother people and work hard like they're a grafting team. So, I can. Yeah. But anyway, fair play Newcastle. Good win.
Well done, Newcastle,
Wolves. What's next, mate?
We'll just touch on the one that finished not too long ago. Spurs beating West Ham 3-0. I kind of expected this.
We've predicted them to do well. And they've gone and won 3-0. Thomas Frank. Fair play.
Yeah, I kind of expected this result, mate.
West Ham are awful. They're again, lucky result against Forest.
Yeah.
And they've gone back to being awful again.
They just offered nothing, did they?
Spurs, good win.
Yeah.
So,
I will
not
just
really much to say on that.
I will just add quickly now, you've probably seen it yourself as well, why we're recording it. It's half-time with Brentford and Chelsea, and Brentford are winning.
I know, how annoying.
What a shock.
I mean, it'll end up finishing Chelsea like 3-1 or something.
I would imagine it will, yeah. I would imagine.
They'll probably put Reece James on like he should have started him. And...
a bit of a strange lineup. But we were discussing this before, but Chelsea fans, you probably think, odd lineup there.
Yeah. So we'll go through briefly on some of the notable championship results. Start off, I want to mention Bristol City.
Yep.
Again, doing very well. Now, we were unsure about Bristol. But look, Sheff Wednesday, I think most teams are probably backing themselves to beat Wednesday.
Doomed, aren't they?
I'm not going to say too much about them. We all know what's going on. It's not their fault. The silly owner, we all know that. I'm not going to go over it again. Bristol have ran riot. They've had a good start. They're carrying it on. Fair play to Bristol.
Yeah,
we were unsure which way you would go. But so far, looking good. Good squad.
Yep.
And I rate it.
Impressed.
I rate it.
Yeah, definitely impressed with that, mate. Definitely impressed.
Cannot fault them so far. So
no.
Yeah, that was 3-0
well
Bristol
done.
away win
Bristol.
at Sheff Wednesday.
Decent result.
On to a next one.
We may have to apologise here.
Yeah, a team that we've not backed to do that well. Stoke 1-0 over Birmingham. I mean, I know this surprised you just as much as me, mate.
It did, mate. It did, because we've sort of had Stoke to do not very well and Birmingham to essentially be up there for winning the league. For Birmingham at the minute, looks like they're going for a bit of a slump. Look, they've still got some fantastic players. I expect them to turn it around. Stoke, I don't know what to say to you. Don't know what to say to you, Stoke fans, but something's working. And if you keep it up, Jesus, you will be right in there.
And that's it. I think they've scored the goal and they've hung on.
They have, yeah.
And look, you're picking the points up. You've got it. So fair play. I mean, I can't knock it. You've got the result. It's another win on the board. And obviously at the minute, Stoke are sitting second. You know what I mean? So whether or not they can keep it up through the season, I'm unsure. But
I don't know.
Yeah, good start, though. So fair play to you.
Great start.
I can't knock it. I want to go on to my team to fit it in.
Yep.
Derby 1-0 away at West Brom. Now, West Brom will be kicking themselves because we are their bogey team. They can't get a win against us. Now, it always makes me nervous because I think when you're a bogey team, how long is it before the bubble bursts and it gets turned around? And obviously, West Brom have looked pretty good this season. Very solid. Nothing outrageous, but just looks solid across the board. So I was quite worried going into this. And again, still easing players into our squad that are coming back. So, you see the likes of Craig Forsyth still playing in. I think in the next few weeks, he will probably start to play less because we'll have other players coming back into the squad, back from injuries. And look, Andy Weimann came on, got an assist. Patrick Adjaman came on for his first appearance for Derby after his injury.
I'm glad he got some minutes.
It was good to see him.
We spoke about this, haven't we, before?
Exactly. So his first game for the club. Obviously, he's come on as a sub, got an assist, and then the experience of Andy Weimann took his shot, scored it. I don't think there's too many chances from either team in the game. I think, from a Derby County perspective, it was a very, very good away performance. You wanted to stay solid, a little bit too deep in that first half, but he pushed it forward for that second half, and ultimately that caused West Brom more problems. And then again, when you start making the changes that we did, with Patrick Adjaman coming on, then Andy Weimann coming on, again, the dynamic changes, and Andy Weimann, so experienced, very good at championship level. Yeah, he goes and wins you the game. So
there we go.
You can't knock it. It's a good win for us. I'm happy to see that. And obviously other players coming in, like your Travis and your Johnstons, seeing them plays is good. And the next few weeks, I think, the likes of Langas coming back, he'll start every game when he's fully fit. I think it's now, as we said before the international break, I think we'll start to see teams that should be performing start to become irrelevant.
Clicking,
and I think definitely Derby are in that category.
I'd say so.
Like obviously we saw with, the likes of Ipswich, etc., which, have obviously performed very well on that one. So, overall there were some good ones. Now, again, we can't go through every result on here.
No.
But fans, let us know how you think your club's got on. What's your reaction to your result? Obviously, there's a few surprising ones. Middlesbrough fans get in touch. Obviously, you had your 2-2 draw away at Preston.
Yep.
Preston fans, good start for you. Again,
Yes,
let us know.
very good.
Is this something that you're going to see continue on? But yeah, look, we could go through, your Norwich 1-1 at Coventry. Again, let us know. But it's a shorter one for this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, tune in for the next one. As we said, our all-time Championship 11. Our opinion, not due on stats. Just want to point that out. And if you can think of any throwback players, classic EFL, Football League players, drop it in the comments across the socials. Let us know. Rejig our memory, and or just let us know players that you've had in your team that you've got some good memories of from the past. And you never know, it may work our way into our team. So thank you for listening. Thank you for getting involved on socials over the past week. It's been
brilliant this week.
It's been very good to see the arguments over that. We obviously did our last one. If you've not listened to the last one, it's on UK rivalries. Obviously, some controversial issues.
Yep.
Get over to the TikTok and the Instagram at Across the Terraces. Watch the clips on there. Get involved with the debate. Very, very good. But we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for listening and all the support.
Thanks, guys.